Jus.
Macky.
How you doing over there?
Fabulous. How are you?
With your salmon shirt on?
Yeah, we're not going to keep beating a dead horse. You're jealous of my shirt. I know you are.
I'm getting one.
I'll get you one.
I'm going to get you a Columbia largemouth bass or a catfish shirt. So you can be a southerner.
A puffer fish shirt.
Puffer fish. Just randomly a puffer fish.
Yeah.
All right. So now this topic, we're getting into alimony investigations. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I wish we did more of them.
Sometimes.
If y'all don't know it, we do alimony investigations. And what that is where you may be the payer of alimony. And these can be significant. We've seen them where they're paying up to $10,000 a month. And you may see it called marital support, but it's alimony. And if you can prove that the receiver of this alimony is being supported by another person, the actual law says something like married or appears to be married.
Yes, cohabitation.
Cohabitation is the big word, right? Then you can get that reduced over time or even eliminated. So,
exactly.
And we've worked a bunch of these over the years, and we got some funny stories because these get interesting with these people trying to hide who they're living with. And we'll start out with Juices. We just had one where I don't even know if they're trying to hide it. What do you think?
They actually were trying to hide it.
Okay.
But they weren't doing a very good job of it because they were being very blatant. They basically were lying to the payer.
Now, this was in Jefferson County. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
We're not going to say where it was. It's still ongoing, all right?
Yes.
We'll just say it was another part of the state.
Yes.
Okay. And it took a minute because they moved houses. Remember that whole deal made it more complex.
Yeah.
And we finally figured out where it was, where they'd moved to. The guy was pulling his car in and closing the garage, right?
Yep.
But when Juice is hanging out watching 24/7, he's going to figure it out eventually.
Yeah. That
the guy was hiding. Now tell us how you actually busted the guy.
So the guy was hiding. I got pictures of the truck, the back end of the truck in the garage, but how I actually busted him because nobody would allow us to put cameras up anywhere.
Yeah.
I went on the pretext that I was an investigator looking for a missing teen
in a road guard vest.
Oh yeah. It started out with I was doing GPS location work.
Yeah.
That was my cover. But I wound up talking to the guy when he came out and kind of gave me that side eye. So I thought, well, I better go talk to him. So I got out, talked to the guy, and he openly admitted, we just moved in here 3 weeks ago. Oh, you just moved in here? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you guys lived here. I thought it was up for, it'd been for sale for so long. Oh, yeah, we bought it. We moved in. Mm-hmm. So he openly admitted they moved in. They lived there. So, I mean, it's crazy, but.
Yeah. And then you're able to show him pulling out of there in the morning and all that, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I stood right there and took a picture of his truck parked inside the garage. Yeah. And hers right next to him.
Yeah. Once you got it figured out, it was all over.
Yeah.
But there for a while, I was like, we're not going to figure this thing out.
It was frustrating at first trying to find out where they were and what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Once you got it, though, it was over.
Yeah.
So I had one once where a lady was parking up the road and she was receiving alimony. And she'd park up the road and then walk down the road and go and spend the night with her boyfriend. And she'd park at this church. And we trying to catch her walking from the church to the guy's house, right? Mm-hmm. And it was one of these winters, we get the one day a year snow here, right?
Oh, yeah.
And ice. Yeah. It's usually wallops is pretty good, but then it goes away by lunch the next day.
Right.
Well, the investigator, he saw her walking and he said, "Hey, do you want to ride?" And she said, "Yeah, I want to ride," hopped in the car. And it was obviously she was intoxicated. All right. And he had the camera rolling. She didn't know it, but she went on to tell her that my ex-husband's trying to get my alimony stopped and I've been living with my boyfriend. I having to walk down the road and all this. What do you think of that?
That's awesome.
And it was played back in court and to laughter. Like even her lawyer laughed about it. Like she lied all the way up to that point.
It's okay. You can do that.
As a good lawyer, my client had set her up, they set them up and then knock them down kind of thing on the lies.
Yeah.
But, she just spilled the beans. She was drunk. Number one, why she hopping in the car with some strange dude?
Well, you're drinking.
We got to have
your mental faculties are not in place.
We got to have Dateline episodes, right?
Yeah.
That's how those start out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to get a lot of evidence. So it's got to be proof that they're living there, pulling in and out of the driveway at night. We usually catch them there at night. And then we go back in the morning. We grab their garbage and go through showing that they're getting mail there. We've done that before. And a lot of times people just think the person receiving the alimony, just think the payer's stupid, I guess, that they're just going to keep paying this large sum.
Obviously.
I mean, it could get up to $10,000 a month, and they think they're stupid and just going to keep paying it.
I know on my second marriage, I got hammered.
Did you?
Yeah.
You was working for NASA or something?
$1,200 a month plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she got the house and, yeah.
Did she get married or something?
No.
You still paying it? Or is it a time limit on it?
No, I got rid of it.
You got rid of what?
The alimony.
I thought you got rid of the woman. I was like,
no. But yeah, I did get rid of her, but not in that sense.
Gotcha. We had one where in the documents where the divorce decree, it said there has to be a romantic relationship. We never proved this, by the way. We had to show we showed them living together. We went through their garbage. There was used condoms in the garbage. We knew they were living there, but they had to be in a sexual relationship, what the paperwork said.
That's why I think they're starting to play the word game when they're doing the divorce decrees, is they put in their sexual in a relationship or cohabitating.
Yeah. Because it's almost impossible to prove a sexual relationship.
You're a fly on a wall with a camera recording it, which
yeah.
I don't want to see that.
And plus you're having to break laws to get it.
Yeah. So just, play the word game. That's for the attorneys to do. Put cohabitate in there.
Yeah. Read your divorce documents closely.
Yeah.
I know when it comes down to divorce, you just want to get it done as quick as possible.
Yes.
But read the words carefully and ask your attorney questions about the verbiage.
Yes. Because you can get the verbiage changed.
Yeah, they'll change it.
Yeah.
And if the other side agrees to it, then we're good.
Any attorney worth what they're getting paid, they're going to work with you and figure it out. So it's not just generic writing. It'll be in your best interest.
Right. Yeah. So be careful with what the wording says, because that one screwed that guy over, because we were never able to prove. They would go out together and not touch each other. There was not even a hand holding, but they were living together.
Some of them are good at playing the game of deception.
Yeah.
But eventually everybody gets caught.
Right. But any others we've had them where we've had them get changed, where we went out and showed that they were living together over and over again. You have to show it. It can't just be a one night thing, because anybody can go on a date one night, right? Cohabitation means you're living there.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be opposing sexes either.
Right. We've had them where it was same sex.
I've worked one on a alimony, got divorced. The husband wanted to quit paying alimony, but she had a roommate move in and everything was good and dandy, followed him. There was no other guys until they decided they couldn't wait to get back into the house, and they were out at the lake in a cabana. Showing
romance.
And they were having a little PDA, and that was enough.
Yeah, a little public display of affection. That was the lawyer said, "Hey, we're filing today."
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it does help if we can show them out with the public displays of affection too.
Yes,
just icing on the cake. Because the same sex can be difficult. You can just say, "Oh, we're just roommates, guys or girls or whatever."
Well, it's hard to say that when you're playing tonsil hockey.
Tonsil hockey.
Yeah,
out on the cabana.
Yeah,
right. So yeah, it always helps. One thing we do too is getting the garbage. If they're getting mail there, they're throwing them. That's really good. We had one where they were writing love letters. Like in the morning, they would leave little love notes to each other. I guess they would throw them away.
Oh yeah.
And that showed the displays of affection, right? So it wasn't just roomies. There's a little more going on there.
Yeah.
And she got all kind of Amazon boxes there. It was her mailing address.
Yeah.
And,
sometimes the circumstantial evidence builds a good enough case that you can prove it.
So in the civil, you got to get 50 plus one. That reasonable people, 50% plus one more reasonable people have to say, yeah, they're living together in a relationship.
All it takes.
It's not it's preponderance of the evidence, not beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
But all right. So yeah, that last one you did, I remember the video of you going up and talking to the guy. I was laughing because you had a road guard vest on.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what kind of investigator wears a road guard vest?
Yeah, me.
First, you're playing the Google Fiber guy.
Again, I was a thespian in a former life.
Right. You did good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got
good.
road guard vests. I got hard hats. I got all kind of stuff.
Right. All right. That does it for this one, Juice, on alimony investigations. We'll be back with another topic here in just a bit. Hey, everybody. Macky here. I just wanted to go over our name change of our company. So this is the Hidden Threads podcast, but we also have a company. It was named Macky Outlaw Private Investigators. Now, with our expansion into other states and franchise owners buying into our franchise, we wanted to make it something where it's more of a team concept than just one person's name. Yep, that is my real name, Macky Outlaw. I get asked that every day. Hey, is that your real name? It is, in fact, on my birth certificate. But we have changed the name to ShadowNet. So the name comes from us working in the shadows for people all the time, and net for network, since we are a cyber forensics company. So we combine them together to ShadowNet Inc., and you'll see it on our advertisements and our Facebook page and other social media where you see it. So, yep, it's the same great company, same great results, just a different name, ShadowNet. Look for us on the web. Thanks.